Limes, a simple green fruit that brightens tacos, gives guacamole its signature flavor, and makes a margarita complete. But today, limes have become the center of a global tug-of-war. Prices are soaring, restaurants are struggling, and farmers in Mexico are caught between climate change and organized crime. In the United States, lime prices have skyrocketed. A case of 100 limes that once cost around $20 to $30 now sells for nearly $100. For restaurants that rely heavily on fresh limes, the cost is staggering. At one popular Mexican restaurant in Austin, Texas, management says they now spend almost $600 on limes in a single weekend, an expense that would have been unthinkable just a year ago. 60% of their menu depends on lime. There's no easy substitute. Some eateries have tried switching to lemons, but the taste difference is obvious. Guacamole without lime loses its bite, and margaritas made with lemon juice simply don't have the same charm. For those who refuse to cut quality, the only options are reducing portions, removing garnishes, or raising menu prices. The crisis begins south of the border. The United States imports nearly 98% of its limes from Mexico. But harvests there have been devastated. Climate change has disrupted the once predictable rainy season. Farmers face sudden floods, long droughts, and unpredictable storms. In some regions, yields have collapsed by as much as 95%. Many orchards are barely producing enough fruit to survive. Even when limes make it to market, stricter inspections mean many shipments are rejected at the US border. Fruit that's too small, bruised, or damaged is turned away. As supplies dwindle, prices surge, and restaurants and grocery stores in America are left scrambling. But weather isn't the only problem. Global demand for Mexico's best limes has exploded. Buyers in Europe, Asia, and the Middle East are willing to pay record prices, turning limes into a billion-dollar export business. High-end hotels in Dubai, Tokyo, and London are competing for the very same fruit US restaurants once took for granted. For Mexican farmers, the few limes that survive harvest are suddenly more valuable than gold. At the same time, the cost of farming is rising. Fertilizer prices have doubled and even tripled since the war in Ukraine, making it harder for growers to maintain their orchards. Many small farmers can't afford to buy what they need, forcing them to cut production or abandon groves entirely. And then there's organized crime. Cartels in Mexico now view limes as a profitable business to control. Farmers are being extorted, forced to hand over a share of their profits. Truck drivers are threatened on highways, and in some regions, gangs dictate when and how fruit can be harvested. Those who resist risk losing their crops, their income, or even their lives. The situation has grown so dangerous that the Mexican government has deployed soldiers to escort lime shipments from farms to markets. It's a surreal reality, one of the world's most common fruits requiring military protection just to reach consumers. Ironically, while global demand has turned limes into a billion-dollar commodity, the farmers at the heart of the trade often see little benefit. Profits are siphoned off by extortion, climate losses, and rising input costs, leaving many growers struggling to survive despite record global prices. For US consumers, the impact is clear. Restaurant menus are shrinking, margaritas are more expensive, and grocery shoppers are paying record prices for a fruit that used to be affordable and abundant. What was once a simple kitchen staple has now become a luxury item shaped by climate change, global competition, and cartel control. This is USA News Report. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.